What's up, guys? As you could tell by the title, we're talking about why do we collect? And if you're looking for an answer, you've come to the wrong place because I don't have the answer. This is really a question to you guys. Why do we collect? And I'm hoping that we can get some answers in the comments down below. So, I carry a knife every day. I carry a knife around the house sometimes. I have knives at my office desk. I work from home. And there's two or three folders on the desk and a couple of fixed blades that I can play with and fidget with and whatnot during the day while I'm working. Every time I leave the house, I have at least one knife on me. But I collect. Not just... I have more than one knife. Obviously. These are all ones that I own. And this goes into watches also, guys. As a lot of you know, I'm into watches. Maybe right this moment more than I'm into knives. I don't know. That's because I've sold a bunch of knives to be able to buy some watches. So my question is, and it's something that honestly, serious talk, is I am struggling with why do I keep some of the things that I keep. And some of the examples are here on the table. Now, these are all knives that I really like, but I'm going to be honest. I don't carry these ones very often. Okay? I do carry the FIF 23 a lot. I have been carrying the new FIF, not new, but the new to me, FIF 20. And I really like these two a lot. Although there's just something about the clip on this one. It should work just as well as the 23, but it's a little bit stiffer pulling out of the pocket. I don't understand because it looks identical, but that's a different story. But the pull force, this was the second pull force that I got, and I love it. I mean, it's a cool knife, but I don't really carry it. And this one I bought because it's massive and because of that hand engraving. Just awesome looking, right? But it's not something that I ever really carry. It locks it closed. You have to kind of pull that back to lock it open. I mean, it's not a super EDC friendly, but I haven't been able to let go of it. It carries really well in the pocket, but again, I haven't been able to get rid of it. Well, I haven't been able to let myself get rid of it. Reese Whelan, Fatty Slash. Well, Fatty Tonto in this case, which is with its brother, the Fatty Slash. I don't really carry these that often, guys. I may post pictures on Instagram and Facebook as to this is my daily carry, and sometimes I do carry these. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I do carry these big, huge behemoths. And if you're not familiar with how big that really is, here's a Spyderco Delica. Here's the spine of each. I bet you, I thought it was going to fit all the way through. The clip for sure would not fit through. But yeah, it basically fits inside. It gets hung up on the lock bar a little bit. If the lock bar was open, yes, now it fits through, basically. So this is a big, huge knife that I don't carry very often, but it's so cool that I keep it. We can't talk about things you don't carry without bringing out the Peacemaker. Crazy, redonkulous, just, yeah. That's not ever leaving. And I'm not saying that these are all for sale, so that's not what I'm saying either. The Luther Orphan. I had to have it. Had to have it. Worked a deal with a good friend of mine he held on to it for a while until I could come up with all the money, and it just, like, I had to have this. And I don't carry it very often. Why am I keeping it? So why do we collect? This one I got in a trade. It's also a Luther. But I figured it goes with this. It was part of a trade plus cash. I mean, whatever, right? So why do we keep things that we're not going to carry? Because it's a set? Because I am into sets, right? These go together, these go together, these go together. These two watches. My buddy Rob, Random Rob, had these on his channel while I'm watching his video, or as soon as I was done watching his video, I'm searching on Amazon and I buy these right away. $80, $75, you know, whatever. I mean, it's not a lot. I love this one a lot more than I like this one. But I wear it, I don't know. I've worn this one once. I've worn this one 5 times. But I keep them. These ones I get. They're so inexpensive, it's not really worth selling or trading those, maybe. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe I'll use them as a giveaway. Maybe I'll, sell them for $50 each or something. Same with this Seven Sins watch, which is actually a really cool watch. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of between dates. So it has, instead of a day wheel, it has a day wheel, but it is the Seven Sins instead. If I can get it to turn. Greed, and we won't go through all of them. Gluttony, lust, pride, blah, 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 right? So this is a pretty cool watch just because the hands are switchblades. The second hand is like a drop of blood. It's a Seiko movement. This is a really solidly built watch. The bracelet kind of sucks, the clasp. But other than that, it's a super solid watch, and I really like it. But I don't wear it very often. So why do we collect? And is it just me? Am I a little desensitized because I film knife review videos? And I am handling knives, different knives every day. Either ones that I buy real quick to just flip. I have some really good friends that loan them in when they buy new knives. And so I'm getting to check out different stuff. So maybe I'm just not burnt out, but maybe I'm just content in my knife handling because I get to handle different things from different makers and different manufacturers. Maybe that's it. Or do you guys struggle with keeping a lot of stuff that you don't carry? Or are you in the camp of, I haven't carried it in a month, it's down the road? Because if you're in that camp, you're much smarter than me. But I think this goes into a lot of things. Knives, watches, flashlights. I have 2 FW3As. I have an Okluma. I got the Beg Deadwood Custom collaboration. Excuse me. So I've got like 4 of these types of flashlights, plus a couple of O-lights and Streamlights, and a 3D mag cell still next to my bed. I hold on to stuff, and I'm not sure why. Some things I get. You're going to collect art because it's going to appreciate. Some watches, very few, will appreciate over time. Some appreciate the day you walk out of the dealership, the authorized dealer with it. A lot of Rolex. You can flip those and make 5, 6, 10 grand in a day. But the Rolex that's about it. Knives, same thing. They don't appreciate. The Holt Spectres, the Holt Haptics, those are ridiculously stupid. They're great knives, but the secondary market is just stupid. The hype is just dumb. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's a great knife at that $800-900 mark. It's ridiculous at $1,600-1,800 that I'm seeing them sell for all the time right now. Heaters were the same way. Heaters went through a bunch of hype. People collected heaters so they could flip them and make money because there was a lot of hype over them a couple years back. That $800-900 heater MOW was selling on the secondary market for $2,000 or more. So some knives will do that if you're in at the right time. So if you're going to collect those ones, okay. Some limited edition watches, not these three, but the Casio Tron and the G-Shock, the Square, the Tron version, or maybe some of the titanium ones. You know, if you get it at the right price, it might make some money over time. But so why are we collecting them? Are we collecting because I've got something that nobody else has and that makes me feel good? Like this one here, this is one of one. Like there's several models of this knife out, but there's only one that's been hand engraved by the artist in Spain, who I've been able to talk to since I got this knife. I was able to track down the artist, and I've got a video on this, so check that out if you're interested in that, because it's awesome. There's even a little video clip at the end of him actually doing some of the engraving and some pictures at the end I spliced into the video that the engraver sent me. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really, truly want your feedback on why do we collect. Because right now I'm wondering, could I pare down and have like 3 knives, 4 knives? I mean, that's more than a lot of people, and there's going to be some people that are listening and watching that say, dude, I can only afford 1 knife. And this isn't to judge anybody or anything. It's ridiculous. I mean, I collected all this stuff over years of time, and it's not the smartest thing I've done, but I can afford it. I've paid my mortgage, my rent, my whatever, my car payment, all that stuff is paid, so I'm good. But would life be simpler if I had 3 knives? I will tell you, if I had only 3 or 4 knives, as I get dressed and get ready to walk out the door, it would be super easy. Grab my wallet, grab my keys, grab my 1 knife, put on my 1 watch, and I'm out the door. None of this staring at 30, 40 knives and 20 watches trying to figure out what watch goes with what knife that'll look nice to an event that I'm going to that might match my socks. Because if you follow my channel, you know I kind of into the novelty crazy socks too. So getting dressed to go out to dinner or go to an event, not that I'm doing that very often now during the COVID season, I guess is what we're calling it. I don't know. But yeah, life would be simpler if I just grabbed 1 knife and threw on my 1 G-Shock watch that I have, of which I still have one from 10, 15, 20 years ago, up until I started getting into watches, because I did not listen to Nick Shabazz, and I got into watches. So don't listen to me. Do not get into watches. I mean, listen to me and don't get into watches. So, I don't know, guys. You tell me. I am seriously considering selling off a bunch of my knives. From some of the nicer, expensive, kind of one-off ones, to just some of my more, like, utilitarian ones. My Chris Reeve Large Sebenza, my Civivi Asticus that's over here on the table. Like some of these more just normal everyday knives, I'm really thinking of paring down because I have too many to manage. It's a little overwhelming sometimes. And then I think too, that's a lot of money wrapped up in knives and watches that I have. Is that smart? Should I liquefy some of those and then put that money into savings and or into, investment stuff? I don't know. Again, these are the types of things that keep me up late at night. But the hard part is, this is just so cool. How can I part with it? I don't know. I never carry it that often. It sits over here behind me on a shelf. And I play with it every couple of days or every week or two. I pull it out and handle it and fidget with it and whatnot, and then I put it back in the box. So is it smart to keep things like this? Well, I know it's not smart. And if we were smart, y'all wouldn't be watching me. So we're all in this same boat together, folks. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and maybe we'll do a follow-up video here in a couple of weeks if we get a lot of good comments and support, and we'll do kind of a follow-up video based on your comments and or more questions. Maybe you have more questions. Put those down below too. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts for today. Kind of random, kind of just out there, but I've got some other thoughts in my head that, of video topics that I'm going to be doing. So you may see a few video, topic videos here as we get closer, in the holidays. I start to rethink things and whatnot. And I am working on a couple of giveaways. It's kind of ramping up now, a couple. So I've got something planned. I got a couple things in the works. And something planned really good once it comes in the mail. So you'll hear about that as soon as that happens. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Why do we collect? Should we get rid of things we don't carry? Should we just hold on to them? Just put them away in a drawer so you don't even look at them. Out of sight, out of mind. And then in a year when I'm cleaning out the garage or I'm cleaning out the shelves, I come across something that's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even remember I had that. Maybe that, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. So, have yourselves a fantastic day. I hope this was somewhat thought-provoking and intriguing and gets your mind going a little bit today. All right? Have a great day, as I said, and we will see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Thanks all.